Hi guys, and welcome to Saved and Successful. We are here with a very inspirational person, Olawale. So for those of us that don't know you, how would you describe yourself in one sentence?
One sentence. I'd love to be able to say it in five, but if you say one, I'm a solution provider.
Wow, a solution provider.
Yeah.
Okay.
A problem solver.
Problem solver.
Yeah. Problem solver, solution provider. That's how I describe myself. Because you've given me just one sentence.
Okay. So what do you do?
What do? I do a lot. I'm a project manager. I have a 9 to 5. I'm a project manager. I'm an entrepreneur as well. I designed a board game. I have a training company. We do project management training with a few partners. And I also consult for small, people that have ideas. They want to start a business. They don't know how to go about it. So they come to someone like me, help them put their model together, give them advice on marketing, give them advice on positioning themselves in the market. And yeah, that's it. That's what I do. So I have a 9 to 5 as a project manager. I run a training company, a project management training company, and I consult for small businesses that want to start, not small business, people that have ideas, individuals that want to start businesses. And I'm a board game entrepreneur.
Wow.
So I designed and I'm selling a board game, which I'm going to turn into, I'm going to be merchandising it soon, having also under the same brand, having other products as well.
Wow.
So that's what I do.
Wow. So how did you come about, this board game, how did this vision start?
You mean this board game? Well, how did the vision start? Thank you for asking that question. It all started in 2015. I was walking into the office. I was listening to a podcast. Podcast was called Plan the Money. So on this podcast, they discuss all sorts of things. Discuss why is a coffee the price it is? Why is this, why do teachers cost $15, 15 pounds, whatever it is? So this very podcast that day, the hosts were discussing companies that have started, that created games, some that were able to keep the interest in the games going on and were very successful at it, and others that have failed. Now, the one that was successful, they were discussing that day, they said it was created in 1993, over 20 years ago, has over 20 million players now, and they're still getting more, hundreds of thousands of people playing this game over the years. And they were discussing how, passionate that people were about this game. They said these guys were so successful that there's a particular card in this game, I can't remember what the game is called, that is so scarce because they made it so, and it has a lot of powers, that people were willing to pay $50,000 for one card. I was not thinking about it. It's not about the money. I don't want to create a game that's a card is going to be selling for £50,000 or $50,000. But I was thinking, for you to want to buy a card for $50,000, you must be very passionate about it. That how come in the Christian community we don't have a game that we can be passionate about, that we can rally about? And right there and then, ideas started coming to me, and I started writing them down. Started doing my research about board games, because I have a BSc in economics. This is what I tell people when I speak. I have a BSc in economics, I have an MBA, I have a number of project management certifications. I don't know anything about manufacturing. I don't know anything about design. But when I got the idea, I had to learn all those things, go and find them out, how to do it. And the result is Journey to Beulah.
Yeah. Journey to Beulah.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Okay, and obviously the product is here. And can I ask, what challenges did you face in trying to come up with the finished product? Because I can't imagine it was not easy.
Challenges. What was that? I'll try to keep it simple. Now, the first thing is it was very difficult to find someone to manufacture it. Now, I read up. I could have just gone directly to China to find someone to manufacture it, but it doesn't work that way. You need to understand what size you want. I don't have you need to have a dummy, to see this is the size you want and all that, to see what it's going to look like. So I had to find a company that was able to do all that for me. I didn't have it. It took me a long time to find people that could manufacture it. You call some people, you leave messages for them, they don't come back. So that was very, very difficult. That was the first time, finding people to make it. Another big challenge, Well, I didn't face that. Another big challenge was like raising funds, but I didn't really face that. That's the truth. I didn't face challenges about raising funds to manufacture this, because I was able to finance it and had some people around me that were willing to put the money down because they bought into the vision. You know, they saw what it was going to be like and they were happy to be part of it. But another challenge I had was marketing. You know, I had no marketing background. I just I just assumed that, okay, this is a product for a specific, set of people, mainly Christians, or, and when you see this, you like it, it's nice, you play it, you enjoy it. But it wasn't like that. So I didn't have any money in my budget for marketing. And marketing, now, what I tell people now is if you're going to spend £1 to come up with an idea or a product, you need to spend at least another £1 or £2 to market the idea, because what's the point of you having a good product or a good service that nobody knows about?
True.
So those are the main things. Being able to manufacture it, number one. Number two, being able to promote it and market it. That was we're not there yet, but my team and I we're making inroads.
Amen. Amen. So obviously you mentioned about your faith, and can I ask, how did your faith help you throughout your journey, maybe from starting as a project manager and then finding out this new vision that God gave you? How did your faith help you through this journey?
Okay. I'll take it a step back. Now, someone that I grew up in church, but I just wasn't really, church wasn't in me, if I put it that way. My mom's a pastor, but she just couldn't reach me. It took a long time for me to come to Christ. I was, I think, 33 when I finally gave my life. And when I did it, I had this sense that I wanted to make up for lost time. So I was doing a lot of things, volunteering, just doing everything. So I wanted to put myself in service for God, because people from their teen years, they've been in church serving God in whichever way they were able to, but I didn't. So I wanted to make up for lost time, and I just kept on praying to God that God, just use me in a way to reach people, to bring people to you, to do a lot of stuff, just get people into the kingdom. And I believe that this is one of the ways that God answered that prayer. I think this is, because like I said, I'm not a designer. I don't specifically think of myself as a creative person, but I was able to do something like this. So I just believe it's a result of prayers. So, and how has my faith sustained me in this journey? There are times where, you're trying to get across to people, you're trying to meet with people, and it's just so difficult, And I was just thinking, one day I was just praying, speaking to God and saying, why is this so difficult? And I received the word, John 15:16. You didn't choose me, I chose you, and you will go ahead, and do so and so forth, as the verse says. So, that just kept me going on. That's just something that's, going back to that word, so, you have to you can't give up. You can't, I can't have brought this to life now and just stop it because I'm finding there's some resistance in some quarters, I'm not getting the response I want from some people. I can't stop that from letting me go to you. So I just hold on to the word of God, and I just keep going.
Wow. And what would be your advice for someone that maybe would like to create something and put it out there and maybe face with some challenges? What would be a word of advice from you?
The first thing is, if you want to do something and you don't have people around you that can help, increase the circle of people. If you want to come up with an app, say, that's technology, and there's no one around you that can help with that, there are all sorts of events in London that are free, or wherever you are, wherever you may be, there are networking events that are free. That's just the first thing. Start going there. If possible, find a mentor, someone that can help you. I didn't have anybody. It would have been maybe quicker if I had a mentor, or if I had someone to, that I can go to speak to help me with it, but I didn't. But, I still thank God, because I had to go through those things, and now I'm able to mentor people and tell people, these are the do's and don'ts. Don't do this, do that. Because I can share my experience. So I believe I went through that to learn some things, so I can share that experience with other people as well. So, first thing, find a mentor. Another thing, expand your group, the cohort of people you have around you. Because if you don't have someone that can help you within your cohort, expand it. There are people out there that are willing to help. There are all sorts of groups out there. I'm part of loads of them that, just to if it's just to share my knowledge, my advice with people, I'm willing to do that.
Thank you so much. And yeah, it's good to know that even as Christians we should build each other up. It's not a competition, and just be your brother's helper and support each other.
It's not a competition. A lot of people don't understand it. I was having a conversation on the way here. It's not about I don't want that person to, if I give this person this connection, he's going to become a millionaire before I become a millionaire, and let's just be 1,000 years together. It doesn't work like that. That person might get there, you don't know, he might open doors for you as well.
Exactly.
So if there's an opportunity, just give it to someone else. The way I see things is different from the way other people see things anyway, but that's just that's just me.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's definitely inspiring, and I can't wait for this to come. So people cannot buy it at the moment, or
they can buy it. It's in
online?
The market now. It's on Amazon. It's on eBay. It's in a number of Christian bookstores as well. Yeah, there's some church bookstores that are stocking it as well. Christmas is coming, so
yes.
Christmas is always there's Christmas
present.
There's Easter, there's birthdays, so it's really good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And last but not least, what is your favorite Bible verse and why?
Isaiah 62 verse 4. It says, your name shall no longer be called forsaken, and your land shall no longer be desolate, but your name shall be Hephzibah, and your land shall be called Beulah.
Amen.
For you, for your found favor in me, and your land shall be married. So, why? It's I was going through a lot. About 5-6 years ago, and things started turning around, and I spoke to my mom that day, and she said, this is what the word that she has for me, and I just held on to it. That's where
the name of the game.
Yeah, Beulah, and Beulah means a place of blessing and favor. So Beulah could be anywhere. I'm still on my way to my Beulah, so I'm on my journey to Beulah.
Amen. Thank you so much, Olawale. I'm sure a lot of people that are business-minded can take one advice or two from this interview. And guys, make sure you watch out for this game. Journey to Beulah. Thank you.